Hey guys, this is Kristen with Hiss'n Kitten Waxing Center. I'm going to go over waxing rules, like do's and don'ts before and after a waxing appointment. So kind of just like a general what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I always get questions like this, especially for new people who just maybe you're just interested in getting waxed. You're thinking about it, or maybe you've been getting waxed and realize you aren't following all the rules. But before I jump in, if any of y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to comment down below, like, subscribe. I always love chatting with you all, so don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. So if you see me look down, I have a handy dandy paper because I'm not even going to try to remember all of these different things. Just being honest. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the don'ts with waxing, and then we'll go over the things that you should do. Hopefully the do's stick in your head, even more so than the don'ts. So first thing, don'ts. Don't go to a tanning bed or get sunburned within 48 hours before or after your appointment. Okay, so this is big. Tanning, especially like a tanning bed. Oh gosh, please do not go to a tanning bed. Those are going to dry your skin out, damage your skin, obviously. But with waxing is a natural exfoliant. So the last thing you want is for the wax to adhere to your skin, which if you're using hard wax, it shouldn't, but there is still a chance if you have dry skin, especially sunburned skin, in lifting that skin. That would be absolutely horrific. So if you are going to go tanning, I would at least wait 48 hours before and after your appointment to wax. To tan. So wait 48 hours before, wax, wait 48 hours after, and then wax. If you're gonna use like a sunless tan or like a rub-on tan, definitely wax first, wait 24 hours, and then you can put the like spray tan on. Do not get spray tan before a wax, because that wax will remove that spray tan and you're gonna look weird. Okay, don't put on lotion or makeup prior to your appointment. I used to get so irked when someone was coming in to get their eyebrows done or their full face done and they had a full-blown face of makeup. Because with waxing, wax will not adhere to makeup, to lotion, to sweat, to oil. So we have to completely cleanse the area in order for the wax to work. So all you're doing is having us ruin the beautiful masterpiece that you did. And it's going to take us so much longer to get your skin completely clean. So especially if you're getting like your face waxed or your legs waxed, like don't wear any makeup. Don't put lotion on your legs or whatever. Like, we will love you. We're not going to judge you. But it will ensure that you have a better experience and the wax actually adheres to the hair. It isn't blocked by the makeup or the lotion or the oil that is put on. So definitely do not put lotion or makeup on before your appointment. Don't take a hot bath, shower, sauna, go swimming after your appointment. This is because all of your pores are open. We just ripped the hair out. So we need to make sure that those pores seal back up and don't have like bacteria, infection, anything else introduced to it. We want to keep everything nice and clean. So wait at least 1 to 2 days. 1 day is still okay. 2 days is best if you can. But we just don't want to cause any irritation with after your wax. We like everything that you just put through, you spend money on. We would like it to come out as perfect as possible. So just hold off for a day, and then you can go back to your regular schedule afterwards. Same thing, don't go to a gym following your appointment or right before your appointment. Okay, that's 2 things. Please do not go to a gym and then show up your waxing appointment being all sweaty and gross. For one, ew, no waxer wants to deal with that. 2, if you have all these sweaty clothes and you're sweaty, then it's going to make the hard for the wax to adhere to your hair. If you put those sweaty clothes back on after you wax, again, you're potentially introducing infection or bacteria into your freshly waxed skin. After an appointment, you want to wait at least for the rest of the day, because you want to cause as little friction or irritation as possible. You don't want to go like take a jog afterwards, especially if you just got like your Brazilian wax, because the skin is going to be a little sensitive and we want those pores to close up and heal before you go back to your normal schedule with that. So just 24 hours, hold off, you will be fine. Don't apply deodorant within at least 6 hours after your appointment for underarms. Next day is best. This kind of goes with the same thing. Like, you just wax your underarms. I know you want to put deodorant on, because we all do, especially once it's been like cleaned off. Like if you showed up with deodorant, they'll clean it off, wax, and then put like a post-waxing lotion on or cream. But hold off at least for 6 hours just to ensure that your follicles seal up properly. If you can hold off for the next day, that's best. Like say you had an evening waxing appointment, then just wait for the next day. There's no point putting on that anyway. Don't wear tight fitting clothing. Breathable clothing is best, but yeah, you definitely don't want to wear like tights, tight jeans, anything that causes a lot of friction. Like I said, all that's going to do is irritate your freshly waxed skin. Definitely don't wear anything tight or scratchy or dirty clothes. That goes with it too. Always have fresh, clean clothes on for your waxing appointment. Don't touch your freshly waxed skin. I even have a hard time with this one. Whenever I wax my face, I just have this like strong desire to touch it, just because of the way it feels. But because your pores are open, it all goes back to, we don't want to introduce anything into your skin and cause a breakout or bacteria. We're trying to show the world how beautiful your skin is, so let's not harm it by then irritating it and touching it. So just wait, let your skin seal back up and heal 24 hours, although in general you really shouldn't be touching your face, which I always do. It's just a problem. But yeah, especially right after you wax, just try not to touch your skin. And then last for the don'ts, do not go to a nail salon to get waxed. I cannot stress this enough. This is absolutely huge. Nails, obviously not all nail salons are the same, but all the ones that I have been to, I have just heard horror stories. I've had my own horror stories, like back in high school when I'd get my eyebrows waxed and they whacked off the entire tail end of my brow, and that took me years to grow back. They pretty much always use soft wax, which is a lot harsher on the skin. I've seen double dipping, like contaminant issues. I've seen them not wearing gloves. Leave them to what they're good at, which is nails. Phenomenal at nails, but leave the waxing up to waxers. Just don't risk it. Go to a professional waxer where that is what they do day in and day out. That is their profession, not a secondary profession. Yeah, just please do not go to nail salon. Okay, let's get to the do's. Do grow your hair out at least 1/4 of an inch. So that's about the length of a grain of rice. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks for it to grow that long. Sometimes it's different depending on your hair growth cycle, but you need the hair to be long enough so that the wax can adhere to the hair and has enough grip to be able to pull it out from the root. If it's too short, it's not going to be able to pull anything and it's just going to break. If it's too long, hair can get tangled and it can also break. You also can get mixed up with different hair growth cycles if the hair is too long. So the best time to wax is between 3 and 6 weeks. That's like the safe spot. Anything too short or anything less than 3 is too short. Anything longer than 6 is potentially too long. Okay, do exfoliate within 48 hours before an appointment. So this is big too. Naturally, like we acquire, have dead skin cells, and you want to remove the dead skin cells as best you can, as well as try to ensure that all the hair is actually not covered by dead skin cells. So I see this the most with Brazilians and legs, where if you don't exfoliate and lift all those hairs up, they can get stuck under the skin. So this can also really happen once you've been waxing. With waxing, what's great is that your hair thins out. So what grows back in is a brand new, soft, fine baby hair. So it's thinner, it's softer, but that also means sometimes it can be harder to poke through the skin. So if it can't poke through, then it's just gonna curl back under, and you'll be able to see it right underneath the skin because there's a little layer of hair on top, layer of skin on top, I mean. But then if you try to wax over it, it's not going to come off. I've seen this all the time with people with legs, and I'll be like, are you exfoliating? And they're like, yeah, I am. And I'm like, no, you're not. I can tell. So you definitely want to exfoliate within 48 hours of your appointment, just to make sure that you get all of that dead skin off so that all the hairs can very easily be pulled out with the wax. Okay, let's see. Do ensure your esthetician is aware of medications you are taking. So you want to make sure that there's no like contradictions for your waxing. Things like retin-A, Accutane, glycolic acid, salicylic acid, antibiotics, stuff like that. A lot of these products can make your skin thinner. And with that, it can also then remove layers of skin that we don't want to remove. So whatever, like the medications you're taking, ensure that your esthetician knows what they are, so that they can be aware and make any adjustments with that. Very important. Do shower prior to your appointment. Always shower prior to your appointment. One, just so you have fresh, clean skin, and to ensure there's no dirt, sweat, lotion, stuff like that might interfere with the wax that you're about to get. Last thing, you don't want to show up as sweaty, which I already said in the don'ts. Do wear loose fitting clothing to your appointment. So breathable clothing like cotton, dress, skirt, sweatpants, anything where it's light, breathable, easy to put on, remove. I wouldn't recommend like a romper or a jumper or anything like that. We got to take off the entire thing. For underwear, always bring a fresh pair of underwear. Like cotton is best, or you can just go commando and not wear any underwear. But again, you want everything to be able to breathe and just have as little friction as possible. Do wax every 3 to 6 weeks. This kind of goes with what I said earlier, is you want to ensure that the hair is long enough, but it's not too short and it's not too long. Anything over 6 weeks, you can start to get into different hair growth cycles. So that means you have one, hair growth cycle coming up, and then you have another one coming in right behind it. So once that person, the waxer lays the wax, removes it, all of a sudden they're seeing all these teeny tiny little dots coming out of your skin. And they're like, oh, did I break those? Like, no, that's the next hair growth cycle because it's been 3 months or however long it's been. So try to stick to a schedule. 3 to 6 weeks is always kind of like your safe zone. And then, this one's a good one. And last but not least, go to a reputable salon. How does their website look? Do they even have a website? There's so many salons I think that don't even have a website, which I don't understand. Do they look professional, knowledgeable? How's their booking system? Are they friendly? How are their reviews? How busy they are? Because if they're busy, that means they're good. What else? Are they on different platforms? Reviews are massive. I don't recommend looking at reviews on Yelp, because for Yelp, the business has to pay Yelp for all of their reviews to show up and for their business to show up on Yelp. So I never cared about Yelp because of that. Google is good. And then if they have any on their website, other platforms, check their socials, Facebook, Instagram, stuff like that. Make a big difference. But yeah, definitely do your research. Don't just go to anybody. Always ask friends for recommendation, because if they trust somebody, then you should be able to as well. But that's it. I hope this helps. If anybody has any other questions that I didn't cover, or anything that I might not have thought of, then let me know. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.